no, okay, that one's
Okay,
too long.
yeah, now we're
That
good.
one's too long.
We're actually good now.
Okay. Alright, are you ready to begin?
Yeah.
It is time. Alright, are we gonna introduce ourselves or like do a thing?
We can if you want.
Okay.
You go first, though.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to tonight's podcast. I don't know where it is where you are, but here where I am, it is a cool 11 o'clock in the evening. And tonight we are going to talk about some Hetalia stuff. I'm your host, Britain. Well, one of your hosts. I'm your co-host, Britain.
And I'm the actual host.
I thought we were equals.
Yeah, we are. I'm the other co-host. I'm Latvia, and where I am, it is 1:06 a.m. in the morning on. Are we in March or May? May 5th.
Hey.
The Revenge of the 5th, as Denmark has called it.
Well, I'm still in May 4th, so may the force be with you guys.
Yeah,
May
Britain's
the
a
force
new.
be with you, and don't make fun of my list. We don't have subtitles. I'm sorry, Roma.
You bastard.
You had an F in the chat for Roma, who is apparently deaf. All right. So, Latvia, should we tell our faithful listeners what we're going to be talking about tonight?
Wait, is Roma supposed to be our special guest? Or no?
If he wants to be.
Roma,
Special guests aren't so special because it's just anybody who can talk, pretty much.
Roma, do you want to be the special guest? Type in chat if you want to be a guest. This music is
Jesus Christ. I can't hear it.
Okay, now we're introducing our special guest. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay, now introduce yourself.
I am Romano. It is currently 11:07 p.m. where I am.
Dude, that's my time too. Yay, we're time zone buddies.
Pacific Gang.
Frick Pacific Gang. All my homies hate Pacific Gang. Gang.
Yeah. When you're so good, you get a Capri Sun flavor after. Pacific Cooler.
Okay.
Alright. Well, shall we tell the audience what tonight's theme is? Because we've decided that podcasts need themes now.
Yeah. Here's context for that. That's a joke, by the way. If you're listening to this, you should laugh.
Cue and laugh screen.
What's the joke? I don't get it.
But anyway.
Wait. Latvia, I have a question.
Yeah.
This song that's playing, is this Hotel California?
I hate you so much. That's my thing.
Well, you didn't do it yet, okay? And we were running out of time.
Yeah. I like how you say we're running out of time, as if like we have a timer to say, is it Hotel California?
Yes, and it was on its last 2 seconds, so I had to do it. I'm sorry.
How long do we have at the beginning of each podcast to say, is this Hotel California?
5 minutes.
Oh. Alright. So, we've actually done 2 of these before. The first one was really late at night before we decided this should actually become a thing. And the second one was earlier yesterday. And this is the first one we're actually recording because Britain told me to. I have no free will. But, anyways. Well,
that's accurate.
Today, we're talking about, Hetalia AUs. if you don't know, AU stands for alternate universe. Basically, an alternate universe, you take an already existing character and put them in a different situation. An example of this would be a high school AU.
What the heck? I only just saw Sally's little doodle of us doing podcast hour in the pinned messages.
You just saw that? Wait, where is that? I want to
so
show that.
cute.
I want to show that. Yeah, I like freaked
It's
out
in the
over
messages
it.
on voice chat. That's adorable. I didn't
Is it on
see
voice
yet.
chat?
Yeah, it's on voice chat. Guys, look in the pinned messages on voice chat and scroll up, and you'll see some fan art by beloved Felly,
I
who
only
did
see
a
cursed
podcast hour
art.
fan art. That's so adorable. That's the cutest thing in the entire world.
I only
Thank you,
see all
Felly.
my cursed artwork. Not my cursed art. Is this it? No, that's taking meds. Where's...
Oh my god, I love it so much.
Yes, here it is! Our friend, Feliciano is an amazing artist, and he draws these little doodles, and they're so good. Actually, I always, I've been, checking my phone just so I can look at the screenshot I have of the, podcast doodle. It's so freaking good. I love it so much.
That's adorable. I love it. This is why we should use the channels in the server for what they're actually meant for. That way stuff like this adorable stuff like this doesn't get buried under mountains of, bizarre crap.
Hey, Britain, I have a question for you.
Oh no. What?
Do you like Garfield?
Oh no, please don't do this to me again. Is this also a podcast thing? Because I feel like it always happens on the podcast.
It's not really, it's just me wanting to creep people out.
I do like Garfield though, so you know what? Hit me with it.
No, I'm not, because I'll probably
That's
get
what she said.
demonetized. This music
Okay.
is a bop. How much longer do we have?
An hour.
What's 60 minus 12? 24. Wait.
No.
48. 48.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Good thing we have our special guest Roma here. Everybody give Roma a hand.
That man's my dad.
I'm
Britain's-
also his dad.
Yeah, Britain's also my dad.
How did you guys like the shepherd's pie?
It was good. I love your cooking. I'm
Aww.
gonna type something cursed in chat.
Why? Why can't? If it's too cursed to say here, don't put it in the chat.
I'm debating on whether I should click enter or not.
Just do it. Just like Nike.
That's... Okay. Please don't take any offense as I don't mean this and this is a joke. I repeat, this is a joke.
I bet it's the N-word.
It's worse.
Woo! Woo! That's what this is now. Mwah.
Oh well.
Oh,
You
no.
guys should hear. We should do a dramatic fanfic reading of my Baltic three-way fanfic that I wrote.
Yeah, we should. Not now though. And Canada screenshotted it.
Why? Oh man. Alright. Does any other wanker have anything to say before we move on?
We got so sidetracked and it's only been like 5 minutes.
It's been 10 minutes.
Shut up.
Or more than that.
I think that's enough elevator music. Shall we move on?
Do we want to add a different music?
Dramatic music, maybe?
Sure, if you want to pick.
I don't know.
I can't hear it anyway because it's cutting out.
Oh yeah.
Guys, you can just turn off rhythm.
That'd be mean.
I don't care. I'm just gonna leave it muted. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Thanks, Roma.
I'm just gonna mute rhythm. Frick.
All right, bros and hoes. It is time to move on to our main story tonight.
The main course.
So, we're going to talk tonight about some Hetalia AUs. Type in the chat if you've ever roleplayed or done a fan fiction for a different alternate universe for Hetalia. No, Latvia, why?
I have.
That's not an alternate universe.
Alternate universe, Vor.
Alright, Latvia, what kind of alternate universe have you partaken in?
This is gonna sound really weird. I just realized that. I've done high school AUs, human AUs, coffee shop AUs, like a lot of the cliche ones. But
that's cute.
I've also done like centaur ones, which was kind of weird.
That actually sounds kind of cool. That's really like unique. I haven't actually like heard of that yet.
It was on Omegle and they left right after I replied.
Dude, I used Omegle. I did actually an Omegaverse roleplay on Omegle once. Actually, what it ended up being is we met on there, but we did the roleplay like through email. I can probably find it if it's like still there, but
Bro, Omegaverse is like the top tier AU.
I don't know. I think it's interesting. The concept seems a bit like it's kind of like it fetishizes yaoi a little bit for like people who are usually straight sometimes. But it's interesting. It's an interesting alternate universe, I will say that.
I just realized Vor, yes.
Can I sort by past? Omegaverse RP. I'm gonna read you guys some highlights. It wasn't like weird. It wasn't smutty. It was just like it was Alpha America with me as America X Omega Finland.
You're a top. I mean a bottom. You're a bottom though. But that's an interesting shit.
Oh, okay. Here's the highlight message. Hey, so about the RP. Before this, I've never actually participated in an Omegaverse roleplay before this, so I did a little research. I was just wondering, what specifics of the genre are canon in this particular RP? And then I learned that there's not like a canon, there's not a lot of canon, there's just like general explanations about like what's generally accepted.
Oh.
And then, okay.
Everyone's leaving. Oh, okay. It's okay. Take your time.
Kino hoped he didn't sound stupid to Alfred, because while he was uneducated like almost every Omega, he didn't want Alfred to think any less of him than he probably did. He hummed softly and nodded, trying to picture such a thing in his head, but not being able to. Wow, I didn't know things like that existed, he murmured softly. Master never mentioned anything like that. Well, he never talked to me anyway, he murmured, blushing and looking away in embarrassment. So for those of you who don't know, the Omegaverse is it's an AU for I think quite a lot of fandoms. Actually, it's not necessarily specific to Hetalia.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of fandoms. Like this is gonna sound weird. Like I've seen video blogging RPS Omegaverse. What other fandoms have I been in? Give me a sec. I'm slow. But yeah, it's a pretty common one. Surprisingly.
Yeah. and it like runs absolutely rampant in the Hetalia fandom. It's probably the most popular AU for Hetalia, I want to say.
Really?
And basically, what it is, for those who don't know, is it's basically no matter what the gender or sex of a character, they're either an alpha, an omega, or an omega, and the alphas can impregnate and the omegas can get pregnant. So it's kind of like it's like mpreg and like stuff like that. Male pregnancy.
It is mpreg and it's also not mpreg. Because like
it's interesting.
If you're an omega, you're born with female parts, but if you're an alpha, no matter what, you're born with male parts. So yeah, it's really interesting to just like think about and stuff. I don't know about betas. I think betas can be either.
Man, I can't believe I still have all these.
Drunk Mark is living up to his name.
Drunk Mark. Alright, is Drunk Mark an alpha or an omega? Discuss. I think he's an alpha.
Are we really discussing this?
We are going to discuss this. Yes, I've decided.
Okay.
Drunk Mark is an alpha.
Yeah, he radiates
Canada's
pure unfiltered
time for a
top
hot
energy. I would go with alpha, to be honest. Yes.
Latvia, alpha or omega?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, omega, definitely. How about you? What's so funny?
Oh man, that's interesting. I think I'd probably be like a beta, the ones that like sometimes exist in the role plays and don't really breed. That's a loaded question. Anyway, so that is a general discussion of the Omegaverse, which exists for some reason.
Okay, what's another one we can talk about? Have you read Mermaid AUs?
I have not, but that does sound interesting.
Oh my gosh, they're
What
so
are they like?
cool. Like, it really depends on how the ship is, like if it's mermaid x mermaid or human x mermaid. But
Okay.
like, since there's like no evidence of mermaids and we don't know like the biology of them, people really get creative with like how things work for a mermaid. Like I've read
okay. So like
not just like reproduction, but like everything. Like
okay.
I've read one where it was a Finland and Sweden one, and Finland was a mermaid and Sweden was a human. And like Sweden got trapped underwater and Finland like kind of kissed him, but not really. And when Sweden was like, "What the heck, you kissed me?" Finland was like, "No, I didn't. I was giving you breath." Like that was a whole foreign concept for like they're really cool. I'm just gonna say
that sounds adorable.
It is.
Adorable. Yeah, that sounds super cute. I've never read any of like that. A lot of times, most of like the fan fictions and stuff I read and write are like vanilla Hetalia.
How dare you?
There is nothing wrong with being vanilla every once in a while. We can't all be kinky bastards all the time.
I feel offended. I'm offended. You.
I said we can't all be. You certainly can if you want to. At this point in the podcast, I'd like to say a shout out to our faithful listener, Canada, the only person left. Hello.
Canada, what time is it for you?
11:25. No, not that. It's 11:21.
Oh, Canada's an hour ahead of me. You're 2 hours behind me.
Oh, it is 11:25. Yeah, I'm 2 hours behind, and Canada's an hour ahead.
We
need to make like a universal clock that we can like measure crap by, because things get confusing sometimes.
2 hour. That's what you mean. You mean telling people how long. Don't.
That, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
You're dumb.
Hey, I was the one who started doing like in this many hours. I'm this many, holds up 18 fingers.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, I had to do a double take. Like,
most of them weren't mine.
Something felt so off about that sentence, and then I like read it slowly. Alright,
I wish I had making the out of context cut.
Yee.
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 My headphones feel like they're on backwards, but they're not. Ah, yes, the out of context.
The thing about
Canada, do you want to join the podcast? And then it'll just become a voice call?
Well,
oh.
It'll still be a podcast because I'm gonna upload this with people's
To where?
YouTube probably. I don't know.
Cool. We'll just play it every once in a while on rhythm.
I'll make a separate account just for this podcast.
Dude.
I will.
That'd be great. All
I'm
right.
gonna ask Feely if I can use his drawing for cover art.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like a thumbnail. We should enable closed captions if possible. Like the like auto-generated captions.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be funny.
That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
I wanna talk about like a thing really quick before we get back on topic.
Alright, sounds good.
So for anyone who doesn't know, I live in the southwest of the United States, and we have obvious accents to people who like aren't generally from here. And one thing that really bothers me about my accent is the way I say ask. Like, I don't put a lot of emphasis on the K. So usually I just go up to my teachers and say, "Can I ask you a question?" And always in my head, when I say ask, I always think, why does it sound like I'm saying? So yeah, that's my take on it.
Oh, okay.
So, that was really random. Random quirky.
Not really that random. Oh, I'm so quirky.
Alright, so I shared one of my favorite AUs. Now it's your turn.
Alright. Well, at this point, I'd like to shine a spotlight on our sort of like feature presentation AU. If I can like forward the pictures that I wanted to send into the chat.
Yeah,
because this AU is actually kind of canon. And I'm going to give some background while I try to get the picture because it's not quite working for me. Wait, go back. Bro. Sorry, I'm just like struggling with it a little bit. There we go. All right. So, some of you guys will recognize this AU. And you will know it as Hetalia Cardverse. A little bit of background, the Cardverse concept was created on the sort of standard deck of cards with 4 suits and 13 cards in a suit. And it was based on that by Hideki Shimoriya himself, making actual canon art to go with it. And a lot of the nations correspond to different kingdoms or the different suits. And people really love this AU a lot of the time. Oh, that's the wrong picture, but you know what? I'll take it. Um, because it's especially popular because it categorizes the nations together. For example, if you look at the picture that I sent, you can see, for example, the Spades Kingdom stars America as the king, England as the queen, and France as the jack.
That's not
And the
France.
Hearts Kingdom. And did I say France? I meant China. Am I actually stupid? I think I actually had a stroke. I was thinking France because I was like, man, it's so funny. France isn't even in the same kingdom as Britain, so take that, truck shippers. No, that's China. France is in the Diamonds Kingdom with Switzerland and Liechtenstein. Germany, Japan, and Italy are in the Hearts Kingdom as the king, queen, and jack, respectively. So the shipping isn't necessarily between the king and the queen, at least not like standard, like sort of common ships. And in the Spades Kingdom, we have Russia as the king, Hungary as the queen, and Austria as the jack. So again, the shipping isn't necessarily analogous to their roles in the kingdoms. You can also see Sealand and Prussia as jokers. Oh my god, Canada, what did you do?
They have a wonderful clam chowder.
That's funny to me.
Were you there when we did that?
Yes, I was. The clam chowder thing? Yes, I was there. Canada, are you still listening to the podcast? I just want to know.
I don't. Oh, she's typing. Ugh.
Okay, good. So that's really all there is to it with the card versus AU. It's a lot of the times people center fanfics and role plays in it around magic and around magic and medieval kingdoms. I've never personally participated in one, but I think they're really cute with their little color schemes of like the red and the blue and green and orange. It's just absolutely adorable.
I freaking love the Diamonds Kingdom. Like, especially since yellow is my favorite color. That's just
Yellow is my lucky board game color.
Your lucky what?
My lucky board game color. That's the color I play as in board games. Good luck.
That's stupid.
I know.
Hey,
Hello, Japan!
Japan's here.
Welcome to our podcast tonight. We're doing another one of these.
I hate legs.
Legs suck.
That sounds really random, but in real life, I'm really tall. And my legs like cramp up very easily.
Oh no, that's
So like I'm always like sitting on my bed and I have to like every 5 minutes I have to change from crisscross to laying down to crisscross to laying down. And it's like really tiring. Oh yeah. Oh,
all right. If we could get some input from the chat now. Actually, no. It's Lavia's turn first to say another favorite AU.
oh, we're doing this again. Okay.
Yes, because I said 2, and I want you to say 2, and then we'll take audience input.
You said 2?
Yeah. I brought up Omegaverse, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you did. You did. Okay. So it's
Actually, wait, I think you also mentioned like the coffee shop and human AUs, but those like kind of don't count since that's like vanilla. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I'm sorry. A woo? I don't know. If you have any more favorites to share, we'll do that, and then after that we can move on.
Have you seen the screenshot of like BuzzFeed Unsolved? No, it's like a video where they're trying to find a ghost and the ghost just says spaghetti and the guy says spaghetti?
I have not seen that.
That's what this is like. Ooh. Ooh.
Woo? Woo?
Did you just
Oh my god.
Yeah. It gets annoying fast. I have to listen to
Alright,
myself in my head. But yeah. Another favorite AU. I'm always a sucker for like medieval AUs. I'm grooving. I'm a little nation, you know?
I couldn't hear most of what you just said. Let me be honest.
Okay, we're good now. We're good. Back pain.
Japan, would you like to say things on voice chat?
Sorry?
Do you want to say things on voice chat?
I don't have anything to say.
Cool. Good job.
Yeah.
You get a gold star for that. Give me a gold
Yay.
star PNG. Somebody.
Nobody has one. Normally Roma would do it, but he's not here right now.
Yeah. My deadbeat dad left to get milk again. He does that a lot.
Don't worry, you have me now. It's fine. Everything's gonna be okay, Latvia.
You don't.
I can't find a star, so I'm just gonna send a gay pride flag. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's basically the same thing.
Oh, I'll send this little Denmark picture.
Where'd you
Aw.
get that?
I got it from another server. It's a server I don't even participate in, but I want to still be in it because of the little cute little images.
No.
I wish America was here. I miss her.
I thought that said disown.
Everything's a bro moment, but as long as I don't type it, I'm not using the pass. There we
Yeah.
go. Thanks, Japan.
Yay! Japan gave her themselves a gold star.
Yeah.
Yay! Good job. All right, Canada and Japan. Japanada. Jappuccino
What?
and Kanuki. Do you guys have any favorite AUs for Hetalia?
Mm.
Quote him on that. Yeah, why?
Okay, but you didn't answer the question.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel when I say, okay, guys, ask me questions, and they just keep memeing in chat.
You know, Hetaoni kind of counts as an AU because it's based on a game, so it's like kind of like a crossover, which makes it sort of an AU in a way.
Anyway.
But so let's talk about Hetaoni. That game scares the bejesus out of me, and I'm currently stuck. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't figure out how to progress in the game.
I don't even know
Same.
it's flashback.
But
Last
where in the
night
game
was
are you?
excellent.
I'm also stuck in the game. I have no idea what to do.
Oh. The version I'm playing, I like got further than in the version that I think I was playing that's the same as the one you're playing. If that makes any sense at all.
I think it makes sense.
So it was easier to get to like a certain point, but now I don't know what I'm doing. You have to like check every bookshelf or every piece of every little thing, and it's really annoying. Who are you talking about in the chat when you say things like that? Who are you calling a noob? Why'd you turn your mic off? But, fine, I guess I'm the only host now. Japan can be my co-host.
Yay.
Don't you dare replace me. Japan, every time I look at your profile picture, I just see a cat squinting.
A cat. Wait.
I don't see why you see that.
It's like going.
What?
I'm tilting my head to the left, and I like kind of
To the
see.
left?
Oh my gosh, it looks like a weird fox. I'm gonna draw that later.
I think you're high.
No, I'm tall.
It's the opposite of what you said last night.
Yeah. Where's that one screenshot?
Oh my god, my voice isn't working.
We've officially exhausted all the topics, like the subtopics, within our chosen theme tonight, and we have 20 minutes left. So.
Yeah, we were like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so great. We're gonna do so much stuff. And then we ran out of topics in the first 30 minutes.
We recapped pretty much all the main AUs that Hetalia role players use.
Oh, the crack ships. We could.
Yeah, I used to. Oh, crack ships is fun. I used to run a Hetalia server actually, and now it's completely empty. Everybody's left actually.
Why?
Because it was really bad. Because it was bad. Oh, Neotalia. We forgot Neotalia, Necotalia, and 2P.
What the frick is Neotalia?
Gender
Neotalia, like the girls, the
You
gender bent, yeah.
mean Neotalia?
Neo? Neo?
Neo.
Chinook?
Neotalia.
Neotalia.
I call it Neo, like Neopets.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, I'm
envisioning.
saying it the same way. Neon. Neon Talia is Neotalia and Cat Talia. Necotalia. It's Neon Talia. What?
You can have a country for your country. And then you can have a country for your country for your country. Call that country.
Okay, so let's talk about Neotalia, or however you guys are saying it. What do
Neotalia.
you guys think of the designs for the characters? The canon ones?
I don't like Britain's design. Neotalia.
I don't like Britain's either, thank you! I think it's the pigtails combined with the glasses. Like, they did not do pigtails well for her.
No, they really didn't.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. Maybe it's like a stereotype about British women not being attractive or something.
Is it the teeth?
She doesn't have bad teeth, like, necessarily. You don't see her teeth. I just don't like how she looks.
You just see white.
She just makes me upset.
Hey, Japan.
Like, her hair looks like a wet mop. 2 wet mops, one on either side
I know,
of the
it
head.
looks so stiff.
I'm sure some people can, like, draw it well, but, like, most people do not.
Right.
Okay, but Neo America, I would take a bullet for.
Oh, I used to draw her all the time.
They did a good job on Neo America.
Like, how do you make a masterpiece like Neo America and then, like, completely Neo Britain? She looks like such a stubborn.
I know.
I shouldn't use words like that, but I'm sorry.
Oh, look, there's me
It's
in the background.
Well. What did you spend? Oh, what am I seeing? Oh, and Neo Latvia. Oh my god. Okay, I would take a bullet for Neo America, but I would catch a grenade for Neo Latvia.
I love her so much. Her design is so cute.
She's literally like the least like relevant, but the cutest of all of them.
Is Latvia isn't even that relevant in, well, unless you count like the Sweden Finland leaving Denmark's house arc thing, in which he's like
I don't know what.
Keep going.
Sorry, I was waiting for you to finish what you were saying, but
no, you get the idea. Just keep going with what you were saying.
It's just like I don't even know what made them choose to include Neo Latvia. Like in this specific crew, like I don't get it, but it's like adorable. I guess it kind of makes sense because Estonia was the one like having the dream. But like.
Oh, that makes it worse.
I'm glad they did. I'm very glad that they chose to. But for example, like why would they have also included Neo Lithuania? who is adorable. Let me see if I can get a picture.
I haven't seen Lithuania.
She is so cute. She doesn't have like an official art, but she has like an official sketch that Hema did of like her and Poland. Is Finland gonna join the podcast? Finland was typing. Okay, so that's the like unofficial, like Hema's actual sketches of Poland and Lithuania.
Is Poland the one on the left?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just
aren't they such cuties though?
Dude.
So if they were gonna include Neo Latvia, why didn't they include Neo Lithuania? I don't know, but they're super cute.
They for real
and
are.
I love them so much.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh wait, yeah. Isn't incest like glorified or something in Japan?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google that, but not in a tab that's not incognito.
Cause like
we're gonna find out the answer to this right now.
I've seen and like read a lot of anime stuff and manga stuff where like there's an incest pairing canonically. And I've always wondered about that.
Why does incest seem acceptable in Japan? AminoApps.com. In 1881, the incest law in Japan was abolished. This allowed incest and children of incest. However, the Civil Code of Japan disallows family marriages. For a greatly traditional country, Japan is very open-minded about sexuality. For Japanese citizens are not too religious. And they're talking about like why it's a common topic in anime, why is it popular, and hence other Japanese porn.
Dude, you can't say that. We'll get demonetized. I'll just edit it out.
So maybe that explains why US UK is so popular in the sub but not the dub. Is maybe it's like more okay for them to be seen as having a romantic and a brotherly relationship in Japan. But when they did the actual English dubs, that's why they kind of doubled down on trying to make them seem like brothers. That's that's my whole thing, right? Is like I always say it depends on if you watch the sub or the dub. If they consider England and America brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
what?
Nothing.
It just really seems to be like less of a big deal in the subs than in the dubs, but also like they don't even call them brothers as much in the dub or in the sub as they do in the dub. So it kind of doesn't matter either way. I do notice a lot of people like there's a lot of like fan art and stuff around like America and Canada sometimes, which is kind of awful. But I don't know if necessarily that's coming from like an American standpoint or a Japanese one or somewhere else. I know, it's like surprisingly popular and it's kind of actually terrible.
Do you think people have a varied opinion on this, but do you think of Denmark and Sweden as brothers?
I don't know. That's kind of an interesting question. Because I'm kind of unclear on the relationships between the Nordics. One would think that they'd all be brothers. Like in Scandinavia and the world, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, I think, are all supposed to be brothers. Although I think I actually have that wrong because they ship Denor a little bit.
Well, I think technically.
I can't remember now, actually. But then again, things like incest and these aren't as big a deal in Denmark either.
I did not know that.
Wait, did you say?
Yes, I did.
Huh. Oh,
It's
right,
just
I
like not
remember
as big a
reading
deal as
about
they.
that. Silence.
But I don't think. I don't know. I'd have to actually look at like the wiki for it. Because I don't actually remember what the Nordics' relationships to each other are. I know that Sweden and Finland are not related.
So
But Norway and Iceland are.
Denmark and Sweden being brothers is objective. Norway and Iceland being brothers is canon. What else? And then
It doesn't have them put down as brothers on Sweden's page, him and Denmark.
I forgot what. Some people like Norway and Finland and Iceland is the Nordic flower trio. Well, yes, but also no. Because, like, in the anime, Finland says he's different from them. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Some people, think that the Anko family, which is, Denmark and Norway and Iceland, some people do that.
Like how so? Like with Denmark and Norway being brothers, or as them
No.
being like the parents of Iceland?
Like, the parents raising Iceland. Those
That's
aren't
cute,
German
actually. I do like
flags.
that.
Those can't be
They
German
are. They
flags.
are.
Wait, really?
Yeah, let me show you. I'll just like do another. Well, it came from like a screen clip where there's like
Oh yeah, Hungary's right.
England, Germany, America, Russia, and Norway kind of like popular pages on the website, and like they were just like listed with like these little snippets, and for some reason for Germany it's just his legs.
Germany is thick.
Oh, hi Hungary.
Hungary beat me to it.
Cool.
Joined voice plus.
Hello Hungary, good evening, and hi Finland. I didn't see you join. We are
Good
currently
morning,
discussing.
friends.
We're currently discussing the relationships between countries.
Um,
Let's see.
what do you think about the Face family?
I used to be a really big fan of the Face family. Actually, you'd be surprised, given how much I ship US UK. But Face family is also really adorable. You can kind of have one or the other. You obviously can't have both. Not at the same time, at least. Like I'm a fan of it, but it kind of like I can only have one occupy my headspace at a time, just because of the way it is. I think it's adorable though. Like the idea of seen lots of fan art of like Canada, America doing like Mother's and Father's Day cards for Britain and France respectively, and even ones of their like a 2P Face family. So we can get to 2Ps in a minute because we haven't covered that yet. And I just think it's adorable
We have
them
5
like showing their
minutes.
love for parents like that.
We could do
It's
two
just like it is
P's.
a really cute idea, and it makes sense.
We could do 2Ps another time. Right now we have 5 minutes to wrap this up.
That's true.
Okay, I'm tired. Give me a sec.
Hungry answer. It's been almost an hour. We did another podcast tonight, and we're gonna upload it to YouTube. And by we, I mean Latvia is.
Yeah, I'm editing everything. We've only been here for a little bit. Anyway, I guess Face family is cute.
Do you not like them?
No, I do like them. There's just one thing I don't like.
which is I was actually kind of thinking you were gonna say that, but I'm like, is he really gonna say that? Yeah, I feel so bad for saying this. I don't like France very much as a character in the show. I think actually in some ways he's a little more tame in the manga. Like he's not as annoying, but he's like really rapey in the show, and I don't like the implication there was in one of the episodes where he was like grooming Northern Italy. That made me like really lose respect for the show version of France. Nice Canada.
Discussing how much we hate France.
Like France was, I think, better in like the subs and the manga, and it's just one of those things where he's not as great in the dub, and I don't think he in England would be feasible as a ship because my parents, my dad and my grandparents are British, and I know they actually kind of have this resentment toward French people. Like my great grandma has been like racist at French people, like French like tourists and school children visiting England, and it's kind of like, oh man, can you like tone it down? But with like British people and Americans, there's like a bit of like a yeah, people can think like British people are snobs and Americans are slobs, but there's also like a mutual respect for like each other's culture, like Americans being obsessed with the royal family and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, right?
And then like yeah, and then like British people come in here to like Disneyland and shit because they don't want to go to Disneyland Paris.
Does
No,
YouTube
of course
allow
it's
cursing? Or am I gonna have to bleep a lot of this out?
it allows it, you just won't get monetized.
I
Like
wanna
literally,
make
Thanks.
money off of this.
you
I'm
can
just gonna,
swear on YouTube.
every time somebody says a curse word, I'm just gonna put a bonk sound effect.
Oh, you know what? That's fantastic. That's perfect.
Should it be the actual one or me just saying bonk?
Bonk. Just say it.
Just
Yeah,
make most of them the actual one, but one of them should be you saying bonk.
yeah, definitely.
All right, it is that time of night, actually.
I'm so tired.
All
I
right, it's time to wrap up. Any closing remarks?
I can finally sleep. But yeah.
You chose to do this.
What should I say to end this out? First of all, I want to say thanks for coming. Sex joke. Second of all,
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but
I'm gay. And is this Hotel California?